I could show you the rest of Lolo.
Speaking of the Nintendo Switch online store, actually, do you think we could actually jump out of this game real quick and just check out the games on the store? Because I would like to really talk to you about that Nintendo Switch online store, the NES store and the Super Nintendo store.
So this video is called Mario Kart 8, and James and Mike ran about Nintendo Switch and look at the virtual consoles.
I want to go through these games and I want to see what you think about this selection of games.
Well, Nintendo ones I think are great. I mean, they're perfect. Obviously, there could be more, but the ones they chose were really good choices. Super Nintendo, on the other hand, I don't know what the hell is going on here because, all right, let's see. What are the essentials I think they have? Mario World, Metroid, and Link to the Past. Yep. So okay, they have the Holy Trinity.
They do have and they have Mario Kart on there.
Yeah, and they do have Yoshi's Island. That's cool. Star Fox, I mean, that's good, you know.
They have F-Zero.
Yeah,
Star
Fox 2.
But F-Zero is not a two-player game, though. Like, it's not like Mario Kart where you can both play at split screen, so...
Yeah, if they were... And it never was. F-Zero was always a one-player game, but if they would have updated it and made it a two-player or online player F-Zero, that would be awesome.
They're not doing that.
Yeah, it's a shame. But anyway... I mean, I'm going through it right now. Pilot Wings, that's cool. Okay, so the ones that I think are sorely missing is, I mean, even I'm going to forget something. Just like if I was just going to list all the best Super Nintendo games, I'm going to forget something no matter what.
Yeah.
I'm drawing a little bit of a blank, to be honest, but SimCity, Castlevania 4, Mega Man X.
Yeah, no Mega Man X.
Yeah, Street Fighter, Final Fantasy 3, Chrono Trigger. Mario RPG, is that on here?
No.
There's no Mario RPG.
Now, I know that they can't do everything because of licensing, but like there's no Turtles in Time on here. There's no Mortal Kombat.
It has what I think are the three best games is Mario World, Super Metroid, and Link to the Past, but...
You know what would be... James, you know what game would be perfect for this?
What?
Pocky and Rocky.
Yeah.
How about games that are, you know, co-op, that, you know, we can play at the same time? They have a couple things on here. They have Mario Kart, you can do that. That's good. Pop and Twin B, you can. But, like, what is some of it? Brawl Brothers?
I tried that. I was like, what the hell is that game? I played it for a little bit. Wish I could tell you what. I'll play it again right now. Hold on, I'll tell you. I'll just tell you how it is. Let me play Brawl Brothers and just tell you how it is. Yeah, it's not the worst selection because they do have a lot of the best ones, but there's a lot they're missing.
How about Sunset Riders?
Yeah, that'd be going.
Where the fuck is Sunset Riders? You and I could be playing that right now. We could be doing a video on it. There's no Sunset Riders.
See, honestly, I'm just like frustrated that I just played Brawl Brothers and completely forgot what it is. So I'm playing it really quick just to remind myself.
I got another one for you. How about Zombies Ate My Neighbors?
That's a good one, yeah. They also have the the Super Nintendo Mini.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I compare it to is like what are the games they have on there?
That was the point I was coming to with this, is that a lot of these games, I think they don't have them on there because they want to sell the fucking Super Nintendo Mini.
Yeah, yeah.
You're not gonna if you have all those games on this, then you're not gonna buy that. This is Nintendo being like, you're only gonna get a couple games on this because if we give them all to you, we're not gonna make money on that fucking thing we put out like a few months ago.
What about Earthbound? No Earthbound. But anyway, Brawl Brothers, it's a beat 'em up game. It seems all right. Let's go to the Nintendo selection now.
Okay.
I'm gonna raise a point about this one that you're gonna love. You probably already know.
Okay, what is the first game that comes up for you?
Eliminator Boat Duel. That was in the AVGN Advent Calendar, the bad NES art. Like, okay, they have some like good choices that are like underrated, like Journey to Silas. I mean, that's a great one. That'd be cool to do sometime. Really hard game. They have Kung Fu Heroes, which I've always loved. They have all the Donkey Kongs. Actually, they have a lot of the black box games. It seems like they have a focus on like including every black box game just about.
You know why?
Why?
Because Nintendo owns them.
Yeah, so you're saying you're not going to see a lot of Capcom games. Like, there's no Mega Man on here.
Exactly. There's no. You're not getting Mega Man 3 on here.
Yeah, at least they have all three Marios. Yoshi's a great one. I was playing a little of that the other day. Of course, Dr. Mario, love that one. Solomon's Key, Lolo. They have Ghosts and Goblins. That's Capcom. Star Tropics is going. They have the Punch Out, the one with Mr. Dream, not Mike Tyson.
Fuck that.
I'm actually more about the Mr. Dream one, just because that's the one nobody talks about. So I'm more of a Mr. Dream guy, just because of that he's underrated.
No way.
But the thing I wanted to comment, which I'm sure you love, is that they managed to include every sports game there is. You got soccer, tennis, Tecmo Bowl, ice hockey.
Well, some of those games are good. I actually like ice hockey. That's actually I'm not a sports guy, but like that game's fun.
Notice how the golf game that they play, like, okay, they put all these black box games, but the one they didn't do was golf, because they used the Mario NES Open Tournament Golf, which is probably a much better golf game, but I'll always remember the
yeah. I would rather play like
that's my
golf
game.
Yeah, I know.
Excite Bike is great. I mean, I'm really glad that's on there.
Is Super C on here?
No, none of the Contra games are on here.
What about where the fuck is Contra? Where's Castlevania? There's no fucking TMNT. What about like Rygar?
Yeah, it's got to have Rygar. What about Jekyll and Hyde? They got to have Jekyll and Hyde on here.
Well, they can keep Jekyll and Hyde off.
They could keep that one. You know what? Batman.
Dude, yeah, of course. Well, they're not gonna have Batman because they're not gonna pay for Batman. But Batman, that one, okay, I expect them to not have Batman.
Isn't it kind of funny how that works though? Sometimes, like they're not gonna pay for Batman, but they paid for it once. They were able to do it back then, but they can't do it now, because anytime anything ever gets re-released in any form, it's like, there's royalties and stuff.
How much would that cost for them to get Batman on here? It's one of the best NES games.
I mean, it's also like it's Batman NES. It's not like they're making a new Batman game. It's a shame how things like that have to go away because they can't update the terms or whatever. I don't know. It's complicated. I mean, it's not the worst. It's not like if they... I would say if they didn't have Adventure Link and Zelda and the three Marios... If they didn't have any of the major ones, it would be a disaster. Like, they have Metroid, they have Ninja Gaiden. I do love like going through them and seeing the artwork as opposed to seeing like a list or something. So I think they got that right by being able to show the original artwork too. It's not like they made like a new thumbnail or something that doesn't really represent it. Like they're using the original artwork, which I think is cool.
That's true.
So it could be worse, is what I'm saying.
Anyway, I just wanted to talk to you about that. And
okay. I mean, all that said, I'm glad that at least there's something there, because it has given me a lot of, like when I'm playing with the kids and we can just put in different games. It's cool to be like, oh yeah, here, check out Dr. Mario or check out Yoshi, and then that's cool. So I'm able to do it very quickly. And also, when you take it from the dock, that's the first time. Like, I was playing Lolo one time. We had the TV on, but then I was like also playing it on the couch, and I was like, I'm playing Lolo portable. And just to think back then, to play a game portable, you'd have to play Game Boy or something, and it would be like a shittier version of whatever it was you really wanted to be playing.
Well,
so,
I mean, we're a lot luckier now than we were then, obviously. I mean, how much could I complain? Like, let's say this was 89 or 90 or whatever, and like, this looks like a random selection of games that somebody might actually like own if you went over a friend's house.
Yeah, maybe that's the idea. They should show it like in a shoebox or something.
Because they have some crap like in here that you wouldn't.
What were the shittiest games, or the games that you didn't like that everybody had?
Friday the 13th.
That's a good choice. The one that I saw that like it seemed like almost everybody owned, not everybody, but a game that was very common was Metal Gear, and the original Metal Gear. Well, I mean, there's a lot to say. There's a lot of good things to say, but watch the
Akari Warriors.
Watch the Oh God, Akari Warriors.
Ghostbusters.
Why was that so common?
Ghostbusters is my answer.
Ghostbusters is probably the answer. I don't think I knew nearly as many people who had Ghostbusters as Metal Gear. And Metal Gear, it's like, that was one of those games where I'd play it, you'd start it up, and then you're just like punching the dog or whatever, and then you get hit twice and you're dead, and and it was just choppy and awkward the way you walk, and you
know what game everybody had that I fucking hate? Skate or Die.
What? Oh yeah, Skate or Die. Yeah, I mean that's very nostalgic. That game.
I think everybody like bought that game and thought it was gonna be cool because it's like you got this like punk like kid or whatever on it. The guy with like the mohawk, and you're like, oh, this game will be cool. And then you get it, and then the game, it's the worst fucking game ever.
I mean, I loved Skate or Die when it was new, but you look back at it and you're like, wow, why do we tolerate this? This is shit.
Oh, I hated it then, and I hate it
it's
now.
like Skate or Die is shit, but it's classic. It's like there's something classic about it.
It's a classic piece of shit.
It's classic, like late 80s or early 90s, whenever it came out. Like it just represents that era. Skater, like I knew people who wrote that on their skateboards. Skate or Die. like it was cool, you know.
I mean, it definitely was like a part of the culture at the time, like for sure. Like people would talk about it, but like the game fucking blew.
Skate or Die. In 5 rad events that pit you against a friend or bionic Lester. So check out Ultra Games. Remember, I'm never farther than your TV.